Hi, so my name is Anthony Ford. I'm the proprietor of Extra Prep Pro Painting. We're a Northern Kentucky based painting contractor. Um, we do exterior and interior work, commercial, residential. Today I want to talk to you guys a bit about what we found is the best way to paint these metal storefront windows here. Okay, this is going to be a new Domino's pizza. Let me flip the can here for a minute. So these are everywhere. I mean, almost every storefront has these type black metal windows. If you look down there, they're in all the little stores down there. Everybody has these. Sort of in a retail type environment. After a while, they get real ugly looking. They look old and just horrid, right? So when Domino's took over this building, it was very, very important for them that they wanted these to look new again. Okay. Um, but we made a couple mistakes painting them, and I kind of want to go over it so that somebody else that's doing them doesn't make the same mistakes. That's what painting is all about, is learning from your mistakes so that you can continue to improve in quality, right? So initially we come in, and this got let's talk about the coatings first off. um, Primer, after we wash these real good, first off we pressure wash them real well, okay? And then we came in with kromik universal metal primer, okay? So it's a marine protective type coating, pre-cat, industrial coating. All right, is what you have to use on these. You cannot use a residential coating; it will not hold up. And you're better off with oil base. It'll hold up a lot longer. Okay. So the chromic is what we used as far as a primer. That phase of it went well. When we came in, the top coat that we used was an industrial enamel. And that's exactly what it's called. Industrial enamel. From Sherwin. When we got to that phase of the project, our initial deal, we came in with mini rollers and painted this. And it was a huge mistake because it all sort of bunched up on there and got thick on there. And it caused a lot of drooping, and it didn't level out well. And it was really thick and it looked really bad. You can still see it a little bit where it's just ultra thick on there. So the mistake that we made was we didn't use the right nap, and we painted too thick. You have to do this very, very light. You have to do like 3 or 4 light coats in order to make them look like like they're new, like out of the factory. You have to use 3 or 4 really light coats instead of 2, heavy coats. 3 or 4 light coats. And this is what I recommend. These little foam rollers. I've never used these before, ever. But in this situation, they leave an ultra fine finish. Alright? So you gotta go super light. Also, if you're spraying them, If you're spraying these, of course you would want to tape off, and then you would want to get a low pressure. You would want to get a low pressure tip, an FFLP tip or something like that from Graco, and come in, and you would want to just basically just skirt them. You would want to get as far away from them as possible and just dust them. I mean, just a super light dusting. Maybe come in 3 or 4 times with a super light dusting, and they would turn out all right. But the key to painting these, I just want everybody to know, the key to getting these windows looking decent is light, even coats with a thin nap if you're doing it by hand. See? So if you come in, and I think these guys have maybe even switched to these, which is a lot thinner nap than what they were using. I think a couple of them actually, we're not using the foam. But initially that was our idea, use the foam rollers. I just found out we're actually using that thinner nap, what are those? The white Dove rollers, but in a, like a 3/8 nap. What nap is that? 1/4. A 1/4 nap. Come in, use a 1/4 nap, real light coat. If you do it heavy, you will regret it, because we had to resand all this. We had to resand everything down. Also, make sure you take off all your attachments, everything. Because when that bunches up on there, you can't cut this in with brush with this industrial coating. You'll be able to see it. Like, this still looks bad to me. Still looks bad. So that's part of it. You live and you learn from your mistakes. Metal storefront windows, industrial enamel from Sherwin is the top coat. Kromik would be the primer, and just super light coats.